Hello, I'm Portia Parker Griffin, and I want to welcome you to the Career 101 podcast, a place for ambitious professionals and seasoned executives who want an edge in their career. We're talking about all of the things you were never taught or told when it comes to career growth, development, and change. Now, let's get into it. Today, we are talking about Leadership Development 101, designing your leadership development plan. Back in episode 7 on Leadership 101, we examined the question, could leadership skills be learned? I will confess that leadership is one of my favorite topics to discuss, work with clients on, and learn about. Leadership is often that intangible element that can mean the difference between success and failure. Leadership development involves actively strengthening your leadership skills, decisions, and influence as a leader. I think it's very important for us to have a leadership series as part of this podcast, because it is one of the areas where I've seen executives and professionals need the most support. Leadership skills are meaningful, even if you are not an executive or leading a team with direct reports. And I'll say that again. Leadership skills are meaningful, even if you are not an executive or leading a team with direct reports. One of my favorite quotes is, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." And that is by the famous author, Ralph Waldo Emerson. A lot of people wonder, how do I leave a trail? Or how do I make a meaningful, positive impact? We'll be discussing this today and throughout this leadership development series. Another podcast episode I encourage you to listen to is episode 14 on Influence 101, how to increase your influence in the workplace. In order for someone to be an impactful leader, they must have followers. People have to feel comfortable and confident in their decision to follow you as a leader. Another quote that comes to mind is, "The very essence of leadership is that you have a vision. You can't blow an uncertain trumpet." And that is by Theodore M. Hesborough. Understanding your vision, values, and personal mission are important aspects of your leadership. These elements are unique to you, your role or position, and the company you work for. If you want help exploring, clarifying, or defining your vision, feel free to reach out to us directly on our website. We help a lot of clients do that as part of our career and business coaching services. We also have a values assessment where clients rank their top 10 values on a scale of importance. Digging deep into your values would take more time than we have for this episode, but feel free to reach out on our website if you would like more help with that. So let's start by addressing the question, why is leadership development important? Well, in today's rapidly changing business landscape, strong leadership is the driving force behind an organization's success. Effective leaders inspire and motivate their teams, adapt to change, and guide their organizations towards growth. Without proper leadership development, organizations risk stagnation and a lack of innovation. Now, leadership development is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. The skills needed can vary significantly based on your career goals, job responsibilities, and industry. For example, a tech executive might need to focus on leading through rapid technological changes. while a healthcare administrator might need to excel in crisis management. Tailoring your leadership development plan to your specific circumstances is key to success. So, what are some sample leadership skills to consider in your development plan? Here are 7 skills to consider as part of your leadership development plan. 1 is effective communication. So, being able to articulate your vision and ideas clearly is vital. You'll also need to be an effective communicator for different audiences. If communication is something that you would like support in, you might want to listen to episode 26 on Communication 101, How to Be a Better Communicator. The second skill is adaptability. Leaders must navigate uncertainty and change with resilience. There's so much in the news about AI, technology, and economic changes that affect entire industries and sometimes entire countries. Being adaptable is imperative for leaders to achieve the results they are looking for. The third skill is emotional intelligence. Understanding and managing emotions, both your own and others, is crucial for building strong relationships. This is another topic that we've covered on the podcast already. You can check out episode 22 on Emotional Intelligence 101, Emotional Intelligence in the Workplace, to learn a little more. The fourth skill is strategic thinking. So developing the ability to see the bigger picture and make decisions aligned with long-term goals is part of strategic thinking. Strategic thinking is a skill that can come more easily to certain personality types. One personality assessment that many of you know I really like is the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator Assessment, or MBTI. The Career 101 podcast is brought to you by Fly High Coaching, where we help our clients soar to their full potential. More and more professionals and executives are setting out to achieve their career goals. But without the right support, it can be difficult, if not impossible. Whether you need career coaching, interview coaching, or a professional resume, we're here to help. Check us out on our website, fly-highcoaching.com. I'm a master practitioner of the MBTI and use it with some of our clients. You can see if your personality type naturally leans towards strategic thinking, or if it's something that you will actively need to work more on. The fifth skill is conflict resolution. Leaders need to handle conflicts constructively, promoting a positive work environment. Conflict is a natural occurrence. Conflict is not always a negative thing either. Your ability to resolve conflict as a leader also determines how successful you and your team will be. The sixth skill is innovation/creativity. Encouraging innovative thinking within your team can drive growth and competitiveness. Thinking about ways to promote innovation and creativity can be difficult depending on the company that you're in and your role. Remember that you can have influence here, even if you're not a C-level executive. And the seventh skill is decision-making. Leaders often face tough decisions. Developing your decision-making skills, along with the ability to weigh risks and benefits, is also imperative. Lastly, I want to touch on the critical role that coaches, mentors, and sponsors play in leadership development. A coach provides guidance and feedback on your leadership journey. They can help you identify strengths and areas for improvement and to develop a plan to enhance your leadership skills. Some people enjoy coaching in a group format, and others prefer one-on-one coaching. We offer both options in our Brave Bird Career Alliance program that we call BCA for short. Mentors are experienced individuals who offer valuable insights based on their own leadership journeys. They can provide wisdom, share lessons learned, and help you navigate your career. We discussed how to find a mentor back in episode 4, and we talked about peer mentoring in episode 34. So check both of those out if you haven't already. Sponsors are advocates who use their influence to help you advance in your career. They can provide opportunities, recommend you for promotions, and open doors that might otherwise be closed. So, with all that in mind, how can you begin crafting your leadership development plan? Here are 5 steps to designing your leadership development plan. Step 1 is self-assessment. So start by assessing your current strengths and weaknesses as a leader. You can test yourself in a variety of ways by using a personality assessment like the MBTI, surveying some of the people you know, or just directly asking people about your strengths and weaknesses. Step 2 is to set clear goals. Define your leadership objectives and what success looks like for you. Like we discussed earlier when we talked about your vision, your goals will be unique to you and based on the specific aspects of your position in a company. Step 3 is to select development activities. So choose workshops, courses, or experiences that align with your goals and address your areas for improvement. Step 4 is to engage with coaches, mentors, and sponsors. Seek out individuals who can support your growth and actively create an accountability plan to ensure that you are staying on track. In episode 21 of the podcast, we talked about Accountability 101, creating accountability plans. And step 5, measure your progress. Regularly evaluate your progress towards your goals and adjust your plan as needed. This is also a good time to discuss your progress with your coach or another trusted person in your career support system. So, if you're ready to work on your own leadership development right now, we can help. After over a decade of coaching, I identified that a lack of leadership skills can keep people stuck at different points in their career. That does not have to be your story. Part of our Brave Bird Career Alliance membership, we have a series of courses and resources around leadership. As a member of BCA, you have access to the leadership resources that have helped our clients to land their dream job, get promoted, grow their businesses, and become stronger leaders. All members of BCA also have access to monthly group Q&A calls and group coaching sessions with me. You can also upgrade to the Gold or Platinum VIP tiers if you'd like to have individual coaching from our team. If it's time for you to progress from a manager to a leader and use your power and influence to get things done, then I'd love for you to join us in BCA. We'll leave a link to BCA in the show notes on our website. We've covered a lot in this episode on leadership development. But the big picture that I want you to walk away with is leadership development is a continuous journey that requires careful planning and customization to your own unique circumstances. By recognizing the importance of leadership development, tailoring your plan, and enlisting the support of coaches, mentors, and sponsors, you can set yourself on a path to achieve your goals. This episode was brought to you by the Brave Bird Career Alliance. the go-to membership designed for seasoned executives and ambitious professionals with everything you need for career planning, strategy, training, and support. Thank you again for listening to the Career 101 podcast. I hope you have at least one key takeaway that you can use in your own career. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, please rate, subscribe, and share this podcast. Until next time, here's to your success.